Good evening and welcome to this session of the live learning classes conducted by the Board of Studies, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. It's nice to see a lot of you here, and I'm sure more will start, giving your greetings. So happy. A lot of you are here, and don't mistake me if I don't mention. Shreya has sort of put good evening 3 times. Welcome. Komal Prajapati is here from an earlier session. I remember her. So a lot of you are here. Mukteshwari, Solangi, Hansraj, Tamanna, Anuradha V. I don't know what she is asking. CLS started. I don't know. Okay. So coming to the session, let's begin with a small invocation. Sahana Vavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karvavahe, Tejasvina Vadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai, Tejasvina Vadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So, welcome back. And yesterday, we were discussing a topic relating to preliminary. We made quite a lot of headway. We spoke about many topics. We discussed definitions like body corporate. It's a bigger term. Company is included in it. Body corporate also includes company incorporated outside India, which means company incorporated outside India is not a company under the Companies Act. It's not a company. It's a body corporate. That's the thing. Then we saw a definition of member, contributory, a lot of definitions. And then how companies are limited, the liability is limited, etc. We saw. I think you guys, you understood the issues there. And there was this small doubt that was raised yesterday. I forget who raised it. Yeah. So, before that, I have a message from Mr. Saravana Karthik Shah. Okay. Shah, I don't know what it is. Saravana Karthik. He makes a very valid point. Friends, if you are going to keep the institute material, Board of Studies material open in front of you and listening to this lecture, I'll tell you where your confusion will come from. You will find that I am not following the order of the institute material. And you will also be very shocked and surprised that I am not covering many definitions. You will get angry. You will think this fellow doesn't know. He is not covering. Not like that. Certain definitions are better covered at that appropriate time. However much Institute wants all the definitions to be learnt in one shot, I humbly, as a senior faculty and as a teacher, right from 1992, I have been teaching this subject. I strongly feel that certain definitions, if I give now, you will forget it. Again, I'll have to tell you, for example, special resolution, if I tell you now, again, when you come to, I'm sorry, not special resolution. For example, promoter, if I tell you now, net worth, if I tell you now, again, you will forget it when it is to be remembered. At that time, I will tell you net. So, certain definitions in course of time will come to you. Don't worry about it. As rightly pointed out by Saravana ji, please do not keep the book open why should I say don't? Keep the book open in front of you, then you will become confused. Rather, listen to my lecture. Tomorrow, I will upload this PowerPoint as a PDF. Keep it. You will find some definitions are yet to be covered, but most of the definitions will be covered. So, there will be no problem there. I think Parth Rana was comparing the answer given here with the Institute ka material ka number. I think there's a typographical error in the Board of Studies material. So, subscribe capital mentioned there as 1 crore. It should not be. It should be only 70 lakhs. Make a correction there. I will also inform the Institute. See, I'll tell you the logic. Suppose this is 1 crore, then the called up capital cannot be 56, na? You understand? If this is 1 crore, the called up capital cannot be 56. Therefore, there is some thing there. Definitely, we will investigate and we will correct it. Not a problem. To err is human, to forgive divine. So, but because it is there, 1 crore, I cannot say no. The logic you should understand. When you issue the capital, you might get more money for application, but that cannot become subscribed capital unless you decide to allot. In this case, they are not allotting. Okay. So whatever you allot only is the subscribed capital. Right? So you issued 7 lakhs. You got money for 10 lakhs. That extra 3 lakhs is excess money. That either you return it back or you adjust it against allotment money. If you remember your accounting from your +2, what entry did you pass? Bank account debtor to share application money account. Remember? Then share application money account debtor to share capital, you only transferred the amount. See, in our example, you would have got 1 crore. So the entry you would have passed is bank account debtor to share application money 1 crore. Example. But while passing the entry, you would have said share application money debit 1 crore to share capital 70 to bank 30. Whatever. I'm just saying. So that 70 lakhs, only then 56 will be correct. Because the called up is only on 7 lakhs. Even in the Institute Ka material, you will find 56. So that's obviously a typographical error. So I hope this is clarified, Mr. Parth. I think you are the... Yeah. These are basically PowerPoint presentation, but the notes will come in PDF. Okay. Yeah, Parth. So subscribed capital cannot be more than issued capital. Please, I hope the logic is now clear to you, Parth. Even going by your own journal entries, you cannot have more than this. Unless, you decide to allot. See, suppose here is the board decides to allot for the 10 lakh shares. Then this should be 10 lakhs into 8. Am I correct? It should be 10 lakhs into 8. So that is the point. It cannot be 56. It has to be 80. Out of that, 2 rupees would not be paid. 6,000 into 2. So kindly make necessary correction in your book. Yeah, I don't know what you are writing in English, but I hope you have understood the point. If you have not understood the point, sorry, nothing can be done about it. Continue to be in your own ideas. Application money cancelled. Anyway. Anne Mary Sobin, I have received your message. This message now you have sent, I have received. Okay, thank you, Mr. Okay, whatever it is, I wanted to clarify this to Mr. Parth. Okay, understanding is your choice. Explaining is my duty. Understanding is your choice. Sit calmly, quietly somewhere and understand. You will understand why subscribed capital can never be more than issued capital. If you want to do that, then you should issue capital also, you have to increase it. If you are going to allot 10 lakh shares, then issued capital is 10 lakhs. It cannot be both. See, if you want to say 10 lakhs, then both will be 10 lakhs. In which case, your called up should be 80, like that. So you can't be right for one line. You have to be right in all the lines. Okay. So one more thing you will notice, my dear friends, is Srikant does not believe in textbooks or mugging up and vomiting. Srikant believes in logic. If the logic is clear, okay, so don't have this attitude also of blindly testing. See, Board of Studies material is only one example. There are many textbooks. Don't blindly trust. See, that those days are gone. When you studied in government school or in CBSE, where textbooks were there, where teachers were God, whatever they told was God for everything. Books could never be wrong. No. Today, no. You are going to become a member of the Institute of CA. So, if at all you want to rely on any text, that should be the bare act. The sections, the original sections. 100% this will become an issue. Later on, I will show you how, whenever I have a doubt on something, I will go to the bare act. I will see what the section says. And that alone, I will take it as my authority. So books and other things and all, don't give too much importance. Even including, I'm not saying Board of Studies material is, of all the textbooks available, Board of Studies is the best. Okay. But don't blindly say this is because it's given in the book like that. Nothing is right or wrong because it is in the book. It is right or wrong because logic is there. Your understanding should be. Beyond this, I cannot explain subscribed capital, sir. Mr. Parth, you have understood, not understood. Okay. Now we move on to, friends, don't ask me whether message is visible or not. You ask your question, what to do. I am coming. Okay. There could be mistakes, Baba. There could be mistakes. Okay. See, the one publisher whom I trust, though I am not recommending at all, I am not recommending, one publisher whom I trust is Taxman. Because they take a lot of effort to correct and ensure that the content is, even there are authors who make mistakes. And let us not even talk about grammar and English. Many of the authors, I'm sorry to say from certain parts, they can't write good English. Okay, so because of their inability to write English, speak and write English, the way they write the book itself is wrong. Their understanding is wrong. And then thinking that they are oversimplifying the subject, they write all wrong things. So kindly do not rely on any textbook other than Institute Ka material. There are small errors, please inform the Institute. I will also inform. They will definitely make the corrections and you will be able to use it. Paid up capital is 56 lakhs minus 6,000 into 2. Paid up capital is 56 lakhs. See, I have clearly put now 56 lakhs minus 12,000. Within brackets, I have put. Where is your doubt? Chaya Gupta. Where is your doubt? See, 6,000 into 2 is the amount not paid by 3 people. Am I correct? The 3 fellows, I told donkeys and all, who didn't pay, 2 rupees on 6,000 shares. So 6,000 into 2, 12. So 56 minus 12, 5588, right? Whatever is given in the Board of Studies material, kindly understand it in the right logic and change it with your pen. We will finally change that also. This is my best suggestion. Let us not waste your time. Moving on. Anne Mary Sobin, about minimum subscription, I will tell you a lot, or some other faculty will tell you a lot when you come to prospectus. Now it's too early. This minimum subscription topic will come, at the time of share capital and debentures, when we talk about allotment of securities, at that time only we can explain this. Now it is too early to explain to you. So don't be in a hurry. Oversubscription, you have understood, even that wait, because that will have meaning later. Okay, when you come to devolvement, oversubscription, undersubscription, minimum and all that, at the time of allotment, studying topic on share capital, debentures, allotment, we will understand it. Till then, hold on and wait. Yes. Okay. You will have to wait. Because if you ask me minimum subscription, somebody else will ask me registration of charges. I can't take now. Those topics are going to come in future. Either I will take, inshallah, or some other faculty will take. At that time, minimum subscription will be fully explained to you. Don't worry about that. So hold on. Maybe have a notebook where you write minimum subscription ? So once that is clear, cancel it. Now we go on to another type of company. Let's see if Janaki madam, please don't get confused. If you want to have issued capital 10, then you should, in this case, 7 lakhs is the issued. 10 application was received. So if you are saying issued is 10, then automatically subscribed will become 10. You understand? Because 10 was received, application was received for 10. So please understand the subject and then make this comment. What is issued capital? That is the amount, that is the number of shares made available by the company. If it is entirely subscribed, that becomes a subscribed capital. If more than the issued is received, that balance is to be refunded. Only the amount originally issued will become subscribed capital. If you understand this concept, I'll be much obliged to all of you. If you still want to argue and waste your time justifying what is given in the institute material, don't do that. What do you say? Don't waste your time. It's a waste of time. Understand the subject correctly. Thereafter, right, wrong, we'll decide later. Don't try to take something from the book and then justify it by giving all wrong ideas. Okay. Correct. You can, for income tax also, you should go to the BAR Act only. But you see, Income Tax Act slightly more complicated law. As compared to company law, income tax is slightly more complicated law. So there you might want to prefer some good textbook or institute material. And when in doubt, go to the BAR Act. When you have a doubt, go to the BAR Act. Till then, you can use. For example, I prefer the book written by Vinod K. Singhania. For the first reference, I always, even now when we have a doubt, I refer to Vinod K. Singhania, Taxman Ka. Then if I still have a doubt, I say, I tell my manager, hey, you throw this, get the BAR Act, let me read. Because Singhania ji can only support me so long. Thereafter, I am Srikanth, chartered accountant, member of the institute. I don't have to rely on any book, textbook, notebook. I rely on the BAR Act and my own knowledge and understanding. If this confidence is not built by you, later on you will be continuously relying on books, textbooks, notebooks, somebody's brain. Rely on your own intelligence and knowledge and your ability to understand the subject correctly. I cannot do that, Gunjan. No revision. Only topic will be covered. If you want revision, you have to do only one thing. Download the video and watch it again. What do you say? With more concentration, maybe you watch that video again. If you are not able to, if you don't concentrate when I am telling once, any number of revisions is not going to help you, Baba. What do you say? With all your concentration, listen to what I am saying. No need for any revision. Don't worry. Boss, this method I have been teaching for. Even if you take this board of studies thing, this is the 8th batch like that. I've been teaching from 2020. I've been teaching from 1992. As a teacher, I know what I'm doing. As a student, you please concentrate on what I'm saying. Listen to me. If you have a doubt, genuine doubt, ask me. Otherwise, don't waste your time telling, revise this, do that, do this. I am not a tiger or lion and you are not a ringmaster telling me what to do. I am your teacher. You just listen to me. Okay. Only in the circus, the ringmaster will say, do this, the lion and tiger will do. I am not here to do that. You don't tell me what I should do. I will teach you. 100% you will understand the topic. Just concentrate on what I am saying. Okay. And some people are, I know you are not natural English speakers. I know you are not able to understand the way I speak English because I'm speaking a little too fast and fluently. So for your sake, I'm going very slow, using simple English, simple language, so that you will understand. Okay. I do appreciate your, going on. At last, let us enter the topic here. Holding company definition. In relation to one or more other companies means a company of which such companies are subsidiary companies. So, if a company is said to be a holding company, then it will have subsidiary. It will have one or more other companies which are its subsidiaries. So, they could have simply said holding company means a company which is not a subsidiary, or holding company is one which has subsidiaries. Now, please note here, very, very important, concentrate on what I'm saying. For the purpose of this subsection alone, 2 subsection 46 holding company alone, company includes body corporate. Only for this subsection. Make a note. Normally, the word company is only company incorporated in India. But for the purpose of this subsection alone, they are saying company includes the body corporate. What does that tell you? Body corporate. Immediately you should remember the definition of body corporate. What is that? Body corporate includes company incorporated outside India. So for the purpose of holding company, even a body corporate incorporated outside India will come in the definition of holding company. Are you able to understand? For the very, very limited purpose of this subsection, you have to listen, concentrate, then only you will understand. If you keep wandering around, wasting time, telling me what to do, you will not understand. Concentrate. For the limited purpose of this, and you're wasting your time, Saravana, don't give all these comments and all. Please don't waste time. Concentrate on the subject. So, holding company definition 2 subsection 46. For the purpose of this subsection, company includes body corporate. Meaning, normally, company means only company. Normally, company means company incorporated in India. But for the purpose of this subsection, company includes body corporate, which means company incorporated outside India also included. So when I'm saying holding company, I could be referring to a company incorporated in India, or I could be referring to a company incorporated outside India also, which means, for example, I have a company, I have many companies which are subsidiary of a company incorporated outside India. We have a company where we audit the company in India, the Indian subsidiary, it has a foreign holding company. A company incorporated outside India holds 100% of the shares of this company. So, for the purpose of this law, when they say holding company, that includes company incorporated outside India also. So, here we have an example of a holding company HC, which has 3 subsidiaries below. Now, for the purpose of subsidiary company, we need to understand that the certain words. So I'm here defining voting right. Voting right means the right of a member of a company to vote in any meeting of the company or by means of postal ballot. So one of the important rights of a member is to vote. Members have certain very important rights. One is to receive dividend if declared, to attend meetings of the company, not just attend, but to vote in the meeting. So when they come physically, they can vote at the meeting. Or later on, when you come to meetings, there is management and administration, we will see that a member need not come in person. He can send his representative called proxy. So at a meeting of a company, a member may vote either in person or through proxy. This is one method. Or he may attend, instead of coming at all, the company may permit him to vote through postal ballot. Or nowadays, more than postal ballot, e-voting is there, electronic voting. So through the portal of the company, you can go and vote. Okay. No. So basically, voting right is the right of a member of a company to vote. Okay. Voting can be by show of hands or on a poll, whichever. So voting right. This is a very, very important right of a member. In fact, the only right of a member is to vote. Nothing else he has got. Any matter, it will be taken up for discussion at the meeting, general meeting. You have to pass a resolution. For that, the members have to vote. That is all. Now, basically, no other right. Other than that, he has only certain rights, like if the dividend is declared, he can receive it. In case he sells the share, he has the right to have his name removed from the register of members. Similarly, when he buys the share and he informs the company, he has the right to have his name included in the register of members. That's all. These are the rights. So voting right is an important right. Now we come to total voting power. Now, so total voting power. Total voting power is a very, very important concept. For that, you have to listen to me now. Normally, at a meeting of the company, voting may be by show of hands. That means all those in favor, raise your hand. Count the number of hands. Anybody to the contra, anybody against, raise the hand. Count. Based on that, the result will be declared by the chairman. This may fail, in which case, any member can demand a poll. P-O-L-L, poll. Poll, once the poll is called, then, please listen to me. On a poll, one share, one vote. You may want to write this down somewhere and remember it forever. On a poll, one share, one vote. So, Srikanth individual attending the meeting of a company. Show of hands. Srikanth only one vote. One man, one vote. The minute a poll is demanded, even I can demand a poll. If I have sufficient number, I can demand. Once a poll is demanded, and once it is demanded, it has to be taken. Once a poll is demanded, automatically, if I'm having 1,000 shares in that company, how many votes I have? 1,000 votes. Are you able to understand? So, on a poll, one share, one vote. So, now what they are saying, total voting power, in relation to any matter, means the total number of votes, which may be cast in regard to that matter on a poll at a meeting of a company, on a poll, not by show of hands, on a poll at a meeting of a company, if all the members thereof or their proxies having a right to vote on that matter are present at the meeting and cast their votes. Meaning, on a poll, that you have to understand on a poll. Show of hands, one man, one vote, one person, one vote. On a poll, one share, one vote. If the company has share capital. If the company does not have share capital, then one man, one vote only. Are you able to understand? If the company does not have, even then on a poll, each man will get one vote. Are you understand? I will repeat one more time, but you concentrate. Voting. See, one matter is taken up at the meeting now, whether it should be done or not. How do we decide? By casting votes. So all those in favor, against. If the number in favor is more than the against, the resolution is passed. This is clear. Now, how will the voting be done? Normally, by show of hands, by raising hands. On raising hands, one person, one vote. But if a poll is demanded, that is any member who is holding 10%, we'll come to that later. If they stand up and say, Mr. Chairman, I demand a poll. If the number is sufficient shares they are having, then poll should be taken. On your poll, please write it down. On your poll, one share, one vote. Have I repeated it, Nancy Saxena? One more time, do you want me to repeat? Yes. Now you are asking the correct question. Instead of asking me to repeat, you are asking a question. That is correct. Yes. 1,000 share means 1,000 votes. Absolutely correct. One man, one vote. No. One share, one vote. So if I hold 1,000 shares, 1,000 votes. Now, here comes the question. Okay. If a company has 5 lakh shares, if a company has 5 lakh shares, what is the total voting power on a poll? If all the members attend and cast on a poll, how many votes will be cast? 5 lakh shares. If all the members attend, they all vote, for or against, doesn't matter. All vote. How many votes will be cast? The total number of votes which may be cast. In regard to that matter, on a poll, at a meeting, if all the members thereof or their proxies, I'll explain proxy in 2 minutes. If all the votes are cast, how many votes will be cast? If the paid up capital is 5 lakh votes, correctly answered. Now you have understood. That is the total voting power. Friends, many sections of the Companies Act, as we go into the subject, you will find, if you want to, for your information, if you want to take a poll, say 10% of the, 5% of the total voting power, 10% of the total voting power. So in all these cases, you have to see, is the company limited by shares? Yes. Then has it got a share capital? Yes. What is the total number of equity shares? That is the total voting power. Got it? That is the total voting power. Now, who is a proxy? Sir, you are a member of a company. I have called for the AGM or GEGM. You are living in Marwar, in Rajasthan. You are living in Mewar. I am holding the meeting in Jaipur. So very long distance. Even in Rajasthan, very long distance from Udaipur all the way you have to come to Jaipur. You don't want to come. Your cousin is living in Jaipur. So what do? You ask your cousin to attend on your behalf. That man or lady or gentleman is called a proxy. A person who attends the meeting on behalf of the member for the purpose of voting is called a proxy. Proxy cannot vote on show of hands. Proxy can only vote on a poll. So that's why they are saying whether the member is voting in person or by proxy. If all the votes are cast, how many votes will be cast? That is the total voting power. Okay. So, beautiful. Everybody has written total voting power. Now, once you know the total voting power, calculating percentage is going to be easy, right? So, very good. All of you have written. Okay. Every member has a voting right. Every member has a voting right. Be careful. See, I'll tell you what, the problem with this scheme of the Institute of Teaching in Preliminary subject itself is, see, this one subject, we will be dealing with more detail when I come to share capital and debentures. In more detail, I will teach you. Don't worry. Just to give some time, you will learn more about this. As of now, have you understood total voting power? That's all. Don't worry about the rest of it. Voting rate, because this is not so easy. There is one more topic called differential voting rate shares. If I start teaching that, I cannot finish preliminary. I will teach share capital debentures. All you need to understand is, whatever may be the number of shares, share capital, the total number of shares on which votes can be cast is called total voting power. Okay. Very, very importantly, holding company can be a company incorporated outside India. As rightly said, for example, Microsoft can have an Indian subsidiary. So Microsoft will be the holding company. Now, having understood all this, what is postal ballot? Voting by post or through electronic mode. Where you are unable to attend the meeting or appoint a proxy, you can sit at home and vote through post. Facility is there. Or you can sit at home and vote through electronic mode. We will give you a link and a password and user ID and password. You go there, user ID, password, you log on, vote for, against, submit, go. This is called electronic mode. All this will be taught you in detail when you come to management and administration. So now do not ask question. Just definition, what is postal ballot? Where the vote is not done in person at a meeting, but by post or through electronic. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. See, Lakshmi Priya is asking how to know whether it is equity or preference. Madam, at the time of buying, you should know which is equity or preference. Yeah, you will have a choice. Don't worry. Most of, if it is listed on the stock exchange, it will be equity only. It won't be preference shares. Okay, don't worry. If you are not so clear about shares and that topic, then better not buy shares through Zerodha. No, become an expert in that topic and then open an account with Zerodha. Just wait for another till November 15th or 20th. Inshallah, I would have completed share capital and debentures by November 10th or so, whatever. Once I complete share capital and debenture, you will have enough knowledge to do all this. Okay, just wait. Now we come to the definition of subsidiary. Subsidiary in relation to the holding company. Subsidiary in relation to any other company means a company in which the holding company. So, in the subsidiary, the holding company controls the composition of the board of directors. The controls the composition of the board of directors. I have explained to you many, many times. One more time I will tell you, write it down somewhere, remember it. The members are the owners. The shareholders are the owners. The board of directors are the people who manage the affairs of the company. The board of directors are appointed by the members. They control the day-to-day management, right? This much is enough for you now because this topic is in your final syllabus, not in the inter-syllabus. So when you come to final, more about the powers of the board, duties of the board and all will be, you may learn it in your own self-paced manner. You can learn it at this time. Kindly do not waste your time. Just to be sure that directors are people who are responsible for the management of the company, day to day or through board meeting. So any mistake done by the company, only directors will be liable, shareholders no liability, right? Directors do not invest money in the company. Yeah. So directors do not invest money in the company. They are simply people who manage the affairs of the company. In any debts are due by the company, nobody except the company is liable. Okay. Yeah. Proxy questions I will not answer now. When you come to management and administration, you will know better. I will be ignoring questions relating to proxy. Yeah. Now, any company which is able to control the composition of the board of directors of another company is the holding company. How to control the composition? The composition of a company's board shall be deemed to be controlled by another company if that other company, by exercise of some power exercisable by it at its discretion, can appoint or remove all or a majority of the directors. Okay, if I can remove all or a majority of the directors, then I am able to control the composition. I will give one simple example. There is a joint venture between A Limited and X Limited. As per the joint venture agreement, A Limited can the total number of the board sizes for the board size is 10. The number of directors on the board is 10. As per the joint venture agreement, A Limited can appoint 6 directors. X can only appoint 4. Now, does A Limited control the composition of the board? Yes, because by exercise of a power exercisable by it through the joint venture agreement, it can appoint or remove it can remove majority of the directors. Meaning, out of 10, it can appoint or remove 6 at its discretion. It doesn't have to take anybody's permission, because as per the joint venture, A can appoint 6. They have agreed between themselves. They have agreed that A can appoint 6 and X can appoint 4. So A is the holding company. Okay, but A need not hold 51%. A need not hold 51%. This is called de facto control. De facto means, in fact, in terms of shareholding, A may not have 51%, but because of its ability to control the composition, it is becoming a holding company. Got it? Now, sometimes another example I can give you. One company may be the group company. It may be holding 30%. Okay. Now, through group companies, they might be able to appoint or remove majority. Then also it's a holding company. But this is called de facto. But de facto is a little rare. De jure, that means what? The holding company exercises or controls more than one half of the total voting power. That's why I define total voting power. Total voting power, either at its own or together with one or more of its subsidiaries. So, exercises or controls more than one half of the total voting power, either at its own or together with one or more of its subsidiaries. So this is a straight example. A Limited is holding 60% of the total voting power, means what? Paid up share capital. So A Limited is holding 51% of the total. Okay, here I will be very clear. Only equity shares. There are 2 types of shares, equity and preference. Only equity shares have voting rights for all matters. So if I want to become holding company, then A Limited should hold not less than 51% of the equity shares of B Limited. Then B will become the subsidiary of A. This is called de jure. Okay, I am not holding directly. A Limited is only holding 30%. C and D Limited, C Limited is holding another 20. D Limited is holding another 20. C and D are subsidiary of A. So, A Limited has 2 subsidiaries, C and D. C and D are holding 20-20. A is holding 30. Still now A is having, because whether by itself or together on its own or together with one or more of its subsidiary, it can exercise or control more than one half of the total voting power. So, A Limited alone 30, C another one subsidiary 20-50, D another subsidiary 20, total 70% is controlled by A, either itself together with the subsidiary. This is also example of de jure, D-E-F-A-C-T-O, de facto. That is, one is de facto. In reality, the shareholding is not there, but in fact, it can control because it can appoint or remove majority of the directors. De jure is actually holding shares. On the record, I'm there, yeah. Go through the register of members, I'm having 70%, I'm having. Maybe I'm having only 30, but my 2 subsidiaries together hold 40, na? Total 70, na? So I'm controlling more than. So these are the 2 methods by which a company can become a holding company. The other company will become a subsidiary. De facto, I have explained. This again repeat. When will you stop asking me to repeat? I have told you many times, no, my video is there. Please play my video. Huh? How many times I will explain, ma? Those of you who are asking this repeat again should be very careful. Don't ask repeat. See, what happened when Nancy Saxena initially asked me to repeat, then she became intelligent. She asked a specific question and I said yes. Like that, intelligently you ask one doubt. I will clarify. Repeat means how many times we can repeat, yeah. Time is not there, ma. You understand, na? Be merciful to your teacher. Don't ask me to repeat a topic. How many times I have repeated it? I gave you 3 examples. Joint venture agreement. I can appoint 6 directors. He can appoint only 4. So A Limited is having de facto control. You cannot understand this. Okay. So, whereas here, A Limited is holding 51% or 60%. Another example I gave, A Limited, that is de jure. Okay. So, de facto is where I don't have share capital. I am not actually holding shares, but I have other methods, some power I have to appoint or remove all or a majority of the directors. How that power is coming? I am giving one example, joint venture agreement. Some other method, how to say this? There could be many, many examples. I am giving you one example. Be happy with that. Chalo. So these are the 2 methods by which it can become. One more example is there. What is that? Before that, we'll see control. The word used is position or controls more than one. What is control? Control, right to appoint majority of directors. Control the management or policy decisions, including appointment of managing director. This is a very important control. If I can appoint the managing director, it is a control like that. Okay. The word control, this is a general definition of control, 2 subsection 27. Okay. That control could be exercisable by many, many methods. Shareholders agreements, voting agreements. So many methods are there. Okay. But depending on the need, they will come out with this. Okay. These are all commercial understandings. 2 companies want to come together to manufacture something. Both of them have technology. They want to pool the technology and create a new technology. Obviously, they'll have a lot of commercial dealings now. Finally, the lawyers will put together one agreement. By that agreement, one company will get the right to do certain things. Another company. Based on that, we have to see who is having more control, who is able to appoint majority of the board. That company will become the holding company de facto. One more method is there. A company shall be deemed to be a subsidiary of the holding company, even if the control is of another subsidiary of the holding company. In simple English, it means, this is the wording used in your act. In simple English, it means subsidiary of a subsidiary is a subsidiary of the holding company. My subsidiary is my subsidiary. Simple. Look at the example. ABC Limited is a holding company. It is holding 60% in BC Limited. Now, BC Limited is holding 51% in XYZ Limited. In the example, XYZ Limited becomes a subsidiary of ABC Limited by indirect control through second level BC Limited, which is a second level subsidiary. Ayyo, Devendra Singh, Hindi cannot be used by me. I cannot explain. A, I am a Tamilian. I cannot speak Hindi. B, I cannot use as per my contract. I cannot speak in any language other than English. Are you okay, Devendra ji? There's a contract between you and me. You will learn English. Okay, sir? What do you say? And I don't know now. I cannot speak. If I ask you to speak in Tamil, can you speak? Why, if I ask you to speak in English, can you speak? I cannot speak in Hindi. Okay. So please concentrate. I'm going very slow. One day or the other, as a chartered accountant, your fluency in English will become an important criteria for your advancement. Suppose you go to New York, you go to London, you will speak in Hindi. So kindly listen to me when I am talking. This every session, one boy will ask, speak in Hindi, sir, like that. Every time I have to explain. Why don't you people realize that knowledge of English is very, very important? I'm speaking very slowly, very politely, very humbly. Please don't ask me to speak in Hindi. There are faculty who will teach in Hindi. This is Board of Studies class. I cannot teach in Hindi. Okay. Sometimes I will use Hindi words and all. just to make it little bit, feeling that, Hindi like that. But other than that, please do not ask me to speak in Hindi because I cannot. Chalo, okay. So I understand you are not able to understand English. I appreciate your problem. What to do? You tell me. Okay, now moving on. So this is holding company subsidiary. Now I use the word second level subsidiary. Be very, very careful. Second level subsidiary means count. ABC Limited is the holding company. BC Limited. No, listen to me. After I explain second level subsidiary, again don't ask me to repeat it. Now you listen to me. Then don't ask me to again repeat second level subsidiary. ABC Limited is the holding company. BC Limited is the first level subsidiary. XYZ Private Limited is the second level subsidiary. Have you understood? Okay. BC Limited is the pehle wala, first level. XYZ Limited is the second. Okay. So, second level subsidiary. Why this is important? Because this MCA, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, is telling, see here they said the expression company includes body corporate. I already explained it to you. For the limited purpose of these two subsections, 2 subsection 87 and 2 subsection 46. Only for these 2 subsections, the word company includes the body corporate. That means subsidiary and holding company can be foreign company also. Okay. They also use the word layer. Layer means one below the other is called layer. Okay. So no company other than specified company shall have more than 2 layers of subsidiaries. That's what I said, second level, first level, second level. So BC Limited is the first layer. XYZ Private Limited is the second layer. Below the second layer, you cannot have a subsidiary unless you are a specified company. So other than specified company, only 2 layers. Okay. Now, exception. A company may acquire a company incorporated outside India. So the subsidiary is a foreign company. That foreign subsidiary is having more than 2 layers. See, I am ABC Limited incorporated in India. Right, sir? I am acquiring a company in Italy. Okay? So that Italian company is having 3 layers of subsidiaries. Under the Italian law, it is allowed to have any number of layers. Then exception, allowed. Provided that subsidiary is incorporated outside India, it has more than 2 layers. In that country, it is allowed. No problem. First exception, clear? Second, certain specified companies like banking company, non-banking finance company, like Sundaram Finance Limited and all. These are all non-banking finance companies. Insurance company, government company. These 4 categories can have more than 2 layers. These 4 categories of specified companies can have more than 2 layers. Other than that, no company can have more than 2 layers. Means second level is the last. Below that, you cannot go. Clear, sir? Should I repeat this? Hopefully not. As per the notification dated 27th December 2013, the ministry, here ministry means Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Whenever we use the word ministry, central government, we mean Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So the ministry clarified that the shares held by a company or power exercisable by it in another company in a fiduciary capacity shall not be counted. Fiduciary, the word you might have heard it in Contract Act. I am holding the shares not in my own name, but as a trustee for somebody else. In some rare cases, the company may be holding shares as a trustee. I am not the owner. I am only entered as a owner as a trustee. So that is called fiduciary capacity. So that those shares will not be included for calculating control for the purpose of determining holding subsidiary. Are you able to understand? Suppose the holding the ABC Limited, for example, is holding 40% in its own name. 40% in its own name. Got it? 20% as a trustee for another company. 20% as a trustee for another shareholder. Then that 20% cannot be included. In which case, ABC Limited is not a holding company of BC Limited. Because only 40% I am holding in my name. 20% is entered in my name, but I am not the owner. I am only trustee. On behalf of somebody else, I'm holding it. Are you able to understand? For some reasons. Why? Don't ask me. For some reasons, I'm holding it as a trustee. So that is a fiduciary. So that should not be counted. In which case, ABC Limited is not a holding company. Because only those which are held in its own name should be taken. Fiduciary should not be taken. Okay. So I hope you understood second layer subsidiary clearly, because many students don't understand this layer. Okay. First layer, second layer. What I'm going to follow the advice given by one student yesterday, day before yesterday, which is don't take any questions till I reach one logical position, then I will take. So when I come to one level, I will take. Okay. Associate company, or even at the end, I will take it. Don't worry. You keep putting your questions, it will be answered, but not as and when I see it. Because sometimes some of you are raising doubts which are not connected. So finally, I will answer. Associate company, very, very important definition. Associate company. Okay. Associate company in relation to another company means a company in which that other company has a significant influence, but which is not a subsidiary company of the company having such influence, and includes a joint venture company. So joint venture company is automatically associate company. Are you able to understand? Joint venture company is automatically an associate company. Okay. So, but in my example, A Limited and X Limited had a joint venture company. In that joint venture company, A Limited could appoint 6 directors out of 10. So A Limited is automatically holding company, de facto. Though A Limited may not hold more than 51%. If it is holding more than 51% of the total voting power, then it is de jure also. But only ability to appoint or remove majority or all de facto. Even otherwise, suppose A Limited can appoint only 5, B Limited can appoint, X Limited can appoint only 5, then the joint venture company is not a subsidiary, but it is an associate company. Are you able to understand? So A and X have come together to form AX. That AX is an associate company for both A and also X. This will become very relevant to you as a chartered accountant. Why? Because later on when we come to accounts and in auditing, we will say, at the time of consolidation, we have to consolidate associate company also. Not only subsidiary. For consolidated financial statement, we should consolidate associate company also. Meaning, suppose I'm holding 50% stake, to that extent I have to consolidate it. Or 40% stake, to that extent I have to bring in that company ka balance sheet into my balance sheet. The remaining guy, I should show as a liability. Okay. So if you remember your holding company, subsidiary company, you will understand this. So associate company also I have to bring in. Now, significant influence as a percentage of total voting power or share capital. How much percentage do you think could be significant influence? Uyyo. How much as a percentage? Significant influence. Significant influence. As a percentage. Many of you are getting it correctly. Why? Because 20% is also there in Income Tax Act. In 222E, you will find a person having substantial interest in a company in which the public are not substantially interested. Their substantial interest is 20%. So correct, 20% is the correct number. So at least 20%. Exactly. Ramadevi uses the right word. At least 20%. Minimum. So the expression significant influence means at least 20% of the total voting power. Do you notice? That is why I explained the total voting power to you first. So total voting power becomes very important. See, one more thing. Suppose a company does not have share capital. It has 20 members. Then what is the total voting power? 20. Kyun? Because there is no share capital. So one man, one vote, or one person, one vote. So how many votes can be casted? if all the 20 attend and vote, 20. So 20 is the total voting power. If the company has share capital, then what happens? On a poll, how many votes can be cast? As many shares as there are. As many votes as there are shares. So the number of shares for the paid up capital is the total voting power. It's all simple. Okay. So 20% of the total voting power. The expression joint venture means a joint arrangement whereby the where the parties that have joint control of the arrangement have rights to the net assets of the arrangement. Idea is we come together jointly, we share the powers, we share the control of the company, we finally enjoy the benefits and we share the assets of the arrangement. Okay, so joint venture. Simply they have given a definition here. Joint venture, you know what is a JV now. One person company means a company which has only one person as a member. Don't worry. When I am teaching or some other faculty is teaching incorporation of company, in detail we'll tell you OPC. One person company, detail, how it's to be formed, nominee, blah, blah, everything will be done. Here only definition, one person. Very, very important. Very, very important. Recently amended. Recently means about 1 year ago. Okay. 15th September 2022. Now exactly 15th September, we completed 1 year of this amendment. Small company means a company other than a public company. Please. So never get confused. Never get confused. Don't ask me, sir, public company, can it be small company? No, no, nahi, nahi. It is not possible. Only private company can be small company. Have I clearly told you? Don't have any doubt. Only if you want to be a small company, you should be private company. Even if you satisfy the criteria, if you are a public company, you cannot be a small company. So small company means a company other than a public company, which satisfies both the criteria. My dear friends, look at the screen. Look at the word and in the middle. The word and is very important, meaning both the conditions. Even if one condition is not satisfied, it is not a small company. I repeat very slowly so that everybody can understand, even Hindi speakers, please listen to me. Both have to be, both have to be satisfied. If only one, no. Sirf one, no. Sirf ek, no. Both, okay, have to be satisfied. If both are satisfied, then the company is a small company, provided it is a private company. It's not a public company. Other than public company, what do you have here? Only private company. So, I don't know why they do this type of nonsense. Other than a public company. They can also say private company. No, they will say other than. Because they have defined private company. 100% other than public and private, in that category, I don't see any other company. Seriously. I'm sure some of you will intelligently come out with some category, but no such category in this category. See, limited by share, boss. Limited by shares, limited by guarantee, having share capital, limited by guarantee, not having share capital, unlimited, having share capital, unlimited, not having share capital. That is all. There's no other category. Like that, public company hai, private hai. Either you are a public or you are a private. So if you are not a public, you are a private. Right? So if you are a one-person company, you are a private company. OPC is a private company. Okay? Public company cannot be OPC. Got it? Okay. Now, so this so-called small company, they have prescribed two criteria. One is based on paid up share capital. The other is based on turnover. Okay? Paid up share capital, they are saying, as per the section, it should not exceed 50 lakh rupees. The section, original section 2 subsection 85 refers to the rule where they say 5 lakh rupees or such higher amount as may be prescribed. So at that time, still they prescribed higher amount. Now that higher amount has been increased to 4 crores. Will you be able to remember this? 4 crores. From 15 September onwards, this higher amount has been increased to 4 crores. Now, some of you will be having a doubt on this. So I am going to explain it very, very slowly. Please, Suniyaji, please. here I'm saying, such higher amount shall not be more than 10 crore. What does that mean? Listen to me, you will understand. But you have to listen to me. Not be in a hurry to put doubts. Listen to me. The central government has been given power, for what? For prescribing higher amount, At that time, Parliament is saying, hey, look here, central government, you can prescribe higher amount, but that higher amount cannot be more than 10 crore. So now they have prescribed 4 crore, Maximum how much higher amount they can prescribe? They can prescribe only up to 10 crore. Once it reaches, this higher amount reaches 10 crore, they have to go to Parliament. Are you able to understand? 10 crore is the ceiling. Within the 10 crore power, they have increased it to 4 crores. I have done my best to explain to you. So, the central government has the power to increase it up to 10 crore as per the section. Highest limit they can increase is 10 crore. As of now, currently, today, it is only 4 crores. Even if they keep on increasing, that higher amount shall not be more than 10 crore as per the section. Same thing for turnover. What is turnover? One student is asking, he is studying CA intermediate. Maybe madam is asking, Meghna, the word turnover, turnover is nothing but sales, gross receipt, top line, in the P&L account, that is the first line. The total amount realized by the company by sale of goods, provision of services, etc., etc. Are you able to understand? That is called turnover. That is the top line. Total sales, gross receipts. Suppose you are not a trading or manufacturing company, then services, then gross receipts. You are an audit firm, then the total professional receipts received by you. Whatever it is, in layman term, in management and all, we call it top line. As against the profit, net profit, which is the profit for the year, which is the bottom line. Okay. So this is the top line. The total amount realized by the company by sale of goods, provision of services. Are you able to understand? So that is called turnover. This is defined in the Companies Act. When I come, I'll tell you. But right now, this is simple. So the turnover, as per the P&L account, for the immediately preceding financial year. Immediately preceding. See, for paid up share capital, on the day when I'm asking whether it is a small company, on that day I have to see what is the paid up capital. On that day, I should see the immediately preceding financial year financial statement audited. There I should see what is the turnover. If that turnover does not exceed 2 crore or such higher amount, currently they have prescribed 40 crore. Earlier, as per the section, it is 2 crore. Central government has the power to prescribe higher amount. Using that power, they have prescribed 40 crore. Maximum amount that they can prescribe. It cannot be more than 100 crore rupees. Means the parliament has told the central government, Baba, you prescribe higher amount, because as and when you feel that it is convenient, you increase it, but you keep on increasing it, but you cannot increase it beyond 100 crore. That is upper limit. Within that 100 crore, they have made it 2 crore. I'm sorry, 40 crores. So today, the limit is 4 crore paid up share capital, 40 crore turnover. Are you clear? Very important exceptions. Very important. It is given in the box. Very important. Nothing in section 2, subsection 85 shall apply to a holding company or a subsidiary company. Friends, what does it mean? It means if a company is a private company, but it is a holding company or a subsidiary company, a company is a private company. It satisfies both the criteria, but it is a holding company or a subsidiary company, then it cannot be a small company. A company is a private company. It is satisfying both the criteria. Immediately don't say, hey, small company. No, if it is a holding company or subsidiary company, either holding or subsidiary, then it cannot be a small company. Also, section 8 company cannot be a small company. Also, a company or body corporate governed by any special act. I don't know of any law. See, for example, there are laws, laws of pardon. For example, Energy Act is there, So I would humbly suggest that a company which is engaged in energy, will come under Special Act. So such a company can never be called a small company. Okay, like that. So this is the explanation. I hope you have understood it. Yes, instead of 50 lakhs, we have to learn 4 crores. Correct. As far as, see, 50 lakhs is given in the section. That is now gone. Central government prescribed earlier 2 crores. Now they have made it 4 crores. 4 crores, 40 crores. Straight away. So remember 4 and 40. That's all. Okay. So in the problem, they give you any number, compare it with 4 for paid up share capital and 40 for 4 crores for paid up share capital, 40 crore for turn. OPC can be a small company. OPC can be a, but yeah, OPC is a category by itself. Yeah, it can be a small company. Yeah. It can also be a small company. Provided it's turnover and, because it's a private company, OPC is a private company, paid up share capital less than 4 crores, turnover less than 40 crores, it's a small company also. See, small companies have some small benefits there. Okay, except in form of payment of fees and all that you can. Other than that, no great benefit. So now I want you to see this. As per the profit and loss account for the previous year ending 31st March 2019 of S Private Limited, its turnover was 1.5 crores. Turnover was 1.5 crores. So less than 4 crores. And paid up share capital was 40 lakhs. Less than, for 1.5 crores, 1.5 crore is very much less than 40 crore. And paid up share capital 40 lakhs. Very much less than 4 crores. So both the conditions are satisfied. Now, H Limited is the holding company of S Limited. H Limited holds 51% of the share capital of S Limited. S Private Limited is satisfying both the conditions. Can it be classified as a small company? No. Why? Because it is a subsidiary. What if H Limited satisfies small company definition? Nothing will change. Even if H Limited is a small company, this section shall not apply to holding company subsidiary. Whether that holding company is a small company or not, it does not matter. Okay. Now, M&P Private Limited is a company registered under the Companies Act with a paid up share capital of 80 lakhs, less than 4 crores, and turnover 50 crores. What is the limit? 40. So one condition is not satisfied. Can M&P Private Limited avail the status? No. Kyun? Because 80 lakhs is okay. Turnover less than 40 crores. But, I'm sorry, paid up share capital less than 4 crores. But turnover is more than 40 crores. Therefore, M&P is not a small company. Will your answer be different if the turnover is 35 crores? Yes. Why? Because then it will be less than 40 crore. Both the condition will be satisfied and it is M&P Private Limited. In the exam, be very, very careful. Check out that the company is a private company. It is not a Section 8 company. It is not a holding company. It is not a subsidiary company. Then check for the 2 limits. If both the limits are satisfied, then you can say small company. So this is the answer. Okay. Roma, along with her 6 friends, has incorporated Roma Trading Limited. In May 2019, the paid up capital was 3 crores. Further, she noticed that the last financial year turnover was well below 40 crore. Can the company be treated as small company? Friends, you don't have to read the options. You just have to go for that option which says it is not. Okay. See, unlike a private limited company, OPC, which automatically becomes a small company as soon as it meets the criteria of small. Roma Trading, being a public limited company, has to maintain continuously effort. No, C is not correct. Okay. Roma Trading is definitely a small company since its paid up capital is no. The concept of small company is applicable only in case of a private company and OPC. And therefore, despite meeting the criteria of small company, it being a public limited company, it cannot enjoy benefits of a small company. One more thing, it is not a OPC also. OPC also is a small, has to be a private company only. Abhilasha and Amrita have incorporated a not-for-profit private limited company. One of their friends, beautiful friend, has informed them that their company can be categorized as a small company because as per the last P&L account, blah, blah, no. Straight away, don't worry. Section 8 company cannot be a small company. Okay, straight away. Okay. Gunjanji, I think you are not concentrating on anything. What do you want? Minimum criteria for a small company I have given here now. What do you want? When I am teaching the subject, don't ask me to repeat what I have told. This is the minimum criteria. If you want to take a photograph of this, this is the minimum criteria. Now, yeah. Government company. Any company in which not less than 51% of the paid-up capital is held by central government, any state government or governments, partly by central government and partly by one or more state governments. So 51% is held by central government, Modi ji, no problem. Any state government means it is held by Yogi, okay, then no problem. Or UP and Bihar together, no problem. Both two state governments, okay. Or Modi ji and Yogi ji, okay. Then partly by central government and partly by state governments. Whatever. Totally, in any combination, government should hold 51%. Then it is a government company. Subsidiary of a government company is a government company. Subsidiary of a government company is a government company. Subsidiary definition as given in the Act. So here is a question. While you are answering this question, I will go through because after this, we'll be getting into listed company and all. I will answer your questions because you've been asking a lot of questions. Let me filter the question and ask and answer. Give me the answer for this. Oh my God. Devendra Singh, if you have any issue, please don't mistake me. But kindly, this is the way I teach. If you have any problem, please bear with me. If you are not able to learn, I'm very sorry about it. Kindly bear with me. I don't know how to use the board and there's no need. My slides are very clear. My explanation is very clear. If you still don't understand, you ask a doubt, I will clarify. Okay. If you don't understand, ask a doubt, I will clarify. But don't ask me to use the board for no reason at all. Okay. Some other faculty is using the board. Maybe he has a reason for it. I don't need a board. Like this, I've been teaching last so many sessions. People have understood. In this batch also, many students are saying, I have understood. So that feedback is enough for me, Ji, to say that my teaching is good enough for them. Okay. Just because I told I won't teach in Hindi, don't do this. Yes. Devendra Singh, teacher to student, enough. Yeah. One question Rishi Agarwal is asking. Holding company can be more than one. This is a nice question. Very, very technically, yes. One company can be de jure, holding 51%. Another company can be de facto because of joint venture agreement. See, one ultimate company may be having ability to control the board of directors, majority, in which case it will become de facto holding. Whereas the actual 51% may be held by some other company in the group. That will become the de jure holding. Technically, it is possible to have two holding companies, in which case both the companies have to consolidate. That's all. But rare. It won't happen regularly. As a theoretical textbook point of view, yes, I cannot rule out whether holding company can be more than one. It is possible, but very rare. That is, de jure should be one, de facto will be another. Because two de jure cannot be there. Two de jure cannot be there. Am I correct? One de jure can be there, one de facto can be there. Rare cases. In reality, I have never seen. But from a theoretical perspective, yes. Okay, but rare. De facto means in fact. Okay, where directly shareholding is not there, but some other method is there. Okay. Yeah, exactly. It can be more than one. It is possible. Can there be a holding company which is a subsidiary outside India? Why not? Yes, that is why subsidiary also can be a company incorporated outside India. Okay. Section for subsidiary company here. 2 subsection 87. Okay. Holding company can be more than 1 year. Rishi is again and again asking. I have answered it. Yeah, Rishi Agarwal, many times he has repeated the question. No problem. Can there be a holding company with a subsidiary? Can we quote? Can you quote section 2? In fact, you need not even quote sections. Yeah. So long as you give the correct content, you don't even have to quote the sections. Okay. Don't even have to. Why should you? If you not quoting section, you won't lose marks. What will happen? I always say, student who quotes it, see, if you quote section 2 without giving subsection, it is of no use. For that, you as well don't quote it at all. But if you quote section, if you don't quote section, but your content is correct, you will get marks. But if you write section also, it will have a little edge. You will get little more, half mark more, like that. That could matter for somebody, like yesterday, the other day we had a lady who wanted 60% and all. For somebody who's aiming for 60, 70, the small edge will become very, very important. See, half mark here and there, 1 mark, it will take you to that 60, 70 range. Director is not member of company, ma. Director is different. I have explained to you many times, no, members are the owner. Director is the person who manages the company. May not be a shareholder. Okay, please. Have you understood? You don't say director is member, no. But if director can be a member, but member alag hai, director alag. You understand? As a member, I have certain rights. As a director, I have certain rights and duties as a member. So a person can be a director and a member, but they are two different roles. Got it? And I'm once again explaining. Member is owner of the business. Director is manager, one who manages the business. Okay. Vishal Pandey is asking a question. I will answer that. If holding is foreign company, is that mean subsidiary is foreign automatically? No, sir. No, not automatically. Not automatically. Okay. India company incorporated in India is always Indian company. It may be wholly owned subsidiary of a foreign company. Still, it will be only Indian company. For even under Foreign Exchange Management Act, FEMA, it will be treated only as an Indian company. Merely because holding company is foreign, the Indian will not become foreign company. Clarified, sir? That question is answered. No automatic, not even otherwise. No act says foreign holding company is foreign automatically. No, never. Even FEMA doesn't say that. Foreign Exchange Management Act doesn't say that. The law applicable to Indian companies will only apply to a company incorporated in India. Rishi Agarwal, again and again you are asking. Okay, I have answered you. Okay. Yeah, if the subsidiary is outside India, only for the purpose of 2 subsection 87, body corporate is subsidiary, company includes body corporate. I showed you that. Here. The expression company includes under this subsection also. Both holding and subsidiary, I showed you. Deemed to be subsidiary, I have not seen it anywhere. In the act, such a word is not there. The word deemed to be subsidiary, no. I have not seen such words in the act. I'm not such a concept. I have not seen. Deemed. Why deemed? We have defined it clearly now. Why deemed? Okay. Here. You mean here? Okay. In this part. I understand. Here the word deemed to be deemed. See, though technically, there is no direct relationship between XYZ Private Limited and ABC. Is still, because it is the subsidiary of BC, XYZ will be deemed to be. Even though it is not directly a subsidiary, it is as if it is a subsidiary. So, there is a legal fiction. So, there they use the word deemed. Yeah. Instead of using the word deemed, they can as well say a company shall be a subsidiary of another, like that. There is no need to deem it here. Because here it's a direct link. Where is the deeming here? ABC is the holding of BC, BC is the holding of XYZ. So still they have used the word deemed. They need not have used the word deemed. Yo, Rishi Agarwal. My God, how many times you have so much space, you have wasted. I keep on pushing. One more request, ma. Please do not put your questions again and again, because I will be seeing them and I will answer them. By putting it again and again, you won't catch my attention. You are only making me scroll unnecessarily and wasting our time. Sir, more than 2 level can be there. Yes, madam. I have told now here. I told na, these 2 exceptions I told na. Specified company can have more than 2 layers. When I acquire a foreign company, that foreign company may have more than 2 layers under its law. In those 2 cases, only more than 2 layers can be there. Otherwise, more than 2 layers cannot be there. Okay? No, I'm feeling a little exhausted because of the way you are again and again asking questions, not listening to what I'm saying, arguing with me, advising me on what to do. All these behaviors, if you stop, you will learn much more than what you're learning currently. Boss, 57-year-old man, yeah. I got a granddaughter. Give me credit for age. Huh? I know what I'm doing. Don't worry. Huh? I've written this exam, cleared it. Don't worry. Have confidence in me. Okay? I not only you, more than 50, easily 12,000 to 13,000 students have studied under me, including today leading company secretaries and chartered accountants are my students. Okay? Believe me when I'm saying. So you are all, believe me. Okay? Don't give me advice. Please. Huh? I know what I'm doing. How to teach, I know. Okay? Please give me the freedom to teach the way I want to teach. You will enjoy it. If you only sit back, enjoy. Language, if it's a little problem in English, try to follow me. Keep a dictionary with you. If any word you don't understand, look up in the dictionary, write it down. That way your knowledge of English will also grow. Yo, Rishi Agarwal, Bhartitani. Okay. Because of this, I'm missing many questions. Ritesh Jha is asking a good question. Sir, holding company have 2 subsidiary. Help of 2 subsidiary can holding company. Yeah, see, suppose these 2 subsidiaries together, but there again, there will be shareholding now. Once the shareholding is there, then automatically it will be de jure only. It won't be de facto. That's all. Why go for de facto? See, A Limited is the holding company. It has 2 subsidiaries. Together they hold more than 51. Then it is a de jure holding company. There is no need to go through this. Okay. Thank you for the kind words of Mr. Karthik. Amongst all this advice given by people, I'm getting one man. Ayya, Devendra Singh, bye. I'm also Indian. I speak Tamil. So please don't waste time, Devendra. If you have a doubt, write a complaint to Board of Studies. Inform them that Srikanth is not teaching in Hindi. Kindly advise him to teach. If they instruct me, I'll teach in Hindi. Please. I think put an end to this argument. I am an Indian as much as you are. Little more than you. Okay? Please. Don't question my patriotism. Because I don't speak Hindi, doesn't mean I'm not patriotic, sir. Sir, I'm more patriotic than you. Don't put language for patriotism. My mother tongue is Tamil. I'm an Indian. I speak English. Nothing wrong in that. The institute demands that I speak in English and I'm using English. Please, do not question my patriotism. Ever. But don't question my patriotism. Because I speak another language, don't say that I'm not patriotic. Please. There's a limit and you stop now. Okay? Don't use the word Indian. I am an Indian. Proud to be an Indian. I speak in Tamil and an Indian. And I'm proud to be an Indian. Okay? I'm not less Indian because I speak in Tamil. Or Telugu, or Malayalam, or Gujarati, or Maithili, or Bengali. Okay? Please, let's stop this. Okay? Let's stop this. And please, you are going to become a chartered accountant. Okay? Maintain the discipline. Try to learn. So many students are coming here. 2,000 students are listening to you, listening to me. This is an important topic, company law. Please. Devendra Agarwal, one more message from you. I will ignore you after this. You are no longer part of this class. Any genuine doubt on the subject in English you raise, I will answer you. If you have a serious complaint about language, please write a complaint letter to the institute saying, so-and-so faculty not willing to speak in Hindi. If they direct me to speak in Hindi, I will speak in Hindi, or else I will quit being a faculty. Okay? Chalo. Sometimes you also, as students, you should understand your position. How much we would have struggled to become member of this institute, Devendra. Think like that. You are a young boy. I don't know how old you are. Even if you're 30, you are a young boy for me. Enough is enough. Okay. Now, how can we come to know by name? Simple. Private company will have the words private limited after it. Public limited will have only limited, surf limited. That is so-and-so limited means public limited company. So-and-so private limited means private limited company. Okay, now I got the answers. Good. Beautiful. See, beautiful. Some of you are saying no. It's not a government company. Meghna Chaugan. Okay. Some of you saying government company. Government does not hold. Be careful. NTEC Limited. Incidentally, Bharat Biogas is a fictitious company. There is no such company. But NTEC Limited is a real company, which is a joint venture of Tangetco and NTPC. Okay. NTECL is a real company, but Bharat Biogas doesn't exist. Okay. Be careful. Central government is holding 30. State government is holding 15. Okay. Together 45. Na? NTECL is a government company. It is holding only 30%. So I cannot include government company. Is held by central government, state government or governments, or partly by central government and partly by one or more state governments. So 30 plus 15, 45. Now 45. 45 is less than 15, 51. Na? So Bharat Biogas is not a government company. Got it? Some of you have understood, some of you know. Banking and insurance companies, can they avail? If they are private company, they can avail. Are you able to understand? If a banking company or an insurance company is a private company, right? And it is not a holding or subsidiary company, and it satisfies both, they can. They can. Because, but no, they cannot. Sorry. Banking companies are governed by Banking Regulation Act. They cannot. Straight away answer. Can a banking and insurance company avail? No. Insurance company is governed by Insurance Act. Banking company is governed by Banking Regulation Act. So they cannot be, even if they are private company, even if they satisfy, they cannot be small company. Good question. Good question. Okay. Good show. Wonderful. Very good. We are having good. Government is not holding 75. Government is holding only 45. Government company is holding 30. Not to be considered. Okay. But suppose, let us say, for example, central government is holding 15. State government is holding 15. NTECL is holding 60. I'm sorry. 30 means 15. So that 15 we add here, 45. No, even the. So let us say central government is not holding. That 30 is held by NTECL. 60% held by NTECL. 15% by, let us say, Tamil Nadu government. Then 60% means what? Bharat Biogas becomes a subsidiary of a government company. Subsidiary of a government company will become a government company. Friends, you know when this is relevant to you? At this stage, it may not be relevant to you. But when you are studying audit, appointment of auditor of a government company, the procedure is different. There you have to decide whether that company is a government company or not. At that time, you have to remember this definition. Okay? Which country's law will the holding and subsidiary follow? They are from different countries. Good question. See, friends, if you let us say that a foreign company is a holding company of an Indian company. That holding company will only follow the foreign law. But suppose a foreign company is a subsidiary of Indian company, to the extent that it is a subsidiary, it has to, see, the Indian company has to follow the Indian law, which means, suppose Indian company is having a foreign subsidiary, for the purpose of consolidation, the foreign company also has to be consolidated. Okay. But normally, no law, this is a very important general point you have to understand, no law will have extraterritorial application. No law will have extraterritorial application. That means what? A law made in India cannot have operation outside the territory of India. Your law stops at your border. Your law cannot go to another country. So your law will apply to your citizen. Any company incorporated in India has to follow. But suppose a foreign company establishes a place of business in India, then it has come into this territory now. It has to apply with our law. But if it is only a holding company owning shares here, only to the extent of owning shares and the procedure for owning share, it has to comply with Indian law. Otherwise, it will comply only with its foreign law. Okay. Devendra Singh, if you are 62 years old, then sorry, what to do? What to do, you tell me. Huh? What to do, you tell me. You are again and again wasting time. You are 62 years old. Okay. Now, what can I tell you? Pranams ji. Pranam. That's all I can tell. But still, I am telling you, because I cannot speak Hindi, I am no less an Indian than you. Okay. Because you are 62, nothing is going to change. Okay. When I was 25, 60-year-old man sat in my class. What do you say for that? When I was 25 teaching in the AC's Institute, I became a chartered accountant at 21. When I was 25 teaching in the AC's Institute, 60-year-old people have been my students, Baba. So don't, please, Devendra, stop. Okay, stop. That's enough. You are 62 years old, Bhagavan. Okay, but you come to learn now. Be a good student. I am in Guru Bhava. You are in Sishya Bhava. Okay, let the Bhava be more important than the real ages. When I was 25, I was a teacher, Guru Bhava. 60-year-old man, I sat in my class, Sishya Bhava. The Bhava is more important. Mauna Vyakya Prakadita Parabrahma Tattvam Yuvanam. Okay, the youth, man may be youth, but if he is teaching a subject and you have come to learn, be a student, or else forgive that man and do what you want to do. Be matured, Baba. Be your 62 years. Okay, behave your age, 62 years. Okay, don't argue with a young man like me. That too on a point which is not at all worth arguing. Listen to me in English if you want. Otherwise, boss, there are 100 people teaching in Hindi. Go and learn. Okay, Madhav Tiwari is giving me good advice. Yeah, associate company, if you have a doubt, ask the doubt, I will answer, Muskan. Muskan, you have already attended my class, I think. Okay, good. Moving on. Listed company. Now, listed company means a company which has any of its securities listed on any recognized stock exchange. Okay, listed company means a company which has any of its securities listed on any recognized stock exchange. Okay, now comes one important point. Some of you are asking very correctly, sir, can a private company have its shares and debentures listed? In rare situations, I said yes. When? Please read. Public companies which have not listed their equity shares on a recognized stock exchange, but have listed their non-convertible debt securities issued on private placement. Non-convertible debt securities issued on private placement basis. So, ABC Limited is a public company. It has not gone for public issue. Its equity shares are not listed, but, okay, it has listed only non-convertible debt, means non-convertible debenture. Why it has listed? I told you now, it has listed it because of rating. If they go for rating now, then they will get better rate of interest. So they have got it listed. Okay. Similarly, non-convertible redeemable preference shares. Okay. So public company, only debt, non-convertible debt, non-convertible redeemable preference shares are listed. Second category, private companies which have listed their non-convertible debt on private placement basis. Are you able to see? Only situation where private companies will have listing is only for debt security, non-convertible debt. Meaning, those debentures will not be converted into shares. They will be only repaid, only redeemed. Why they are getting it listed? Again and again, I'm telling you, because if they go through the SEBI listing regulations, they will get better rate of interest and better terms. So they get it listed. So such companies are not listed companies. The listed company does not include. So even though these companies have listed certain securities, they are not listed company. Okay. Similarly, public companies whose equity shares are exclusively listed on a stock exchange in a foreign or other specified jurisdiction. Okay. So your company has listed its equity shares on NASDAQ, but not in India. Then you are not a listed company. You are listed in New York Stock Exchange. You are not listed in India, in NSE and BSE. Then you are not a listed company under the Companies Act. Okay. So if you find a private limited has got listed debentures, it will not be a listed company. It will still be only a unlisted company. Only if equity shares are listed, then it is a listed company. Okay. Because here they use the word securities now. That's why. Fantastic. Thank you. Many of you are giving me this good words. Thank you. Anyway, I enjoy. See, why do you think I teach? Because I enjoy your doubts. Hey, Surendran is asking how public company issue shares on the basis of private placement. It's a separate subject, section 72. When we come to, 71. When we come to prospectus, it will be my pleasure to teach you entire provision relating to private placement, how it is to be done and all that. Separate topic, we will cover that. It will be done. Entire topic is done. Now we move on to another interesting topic. Now the time is 7:45. I will teach related party and then I will start related party, or else I'll do one thing. I'll give you a small break. Meaning now the time is 7:40. Till 7:45 we'll have a break. Then move on to related party, relative, etc. That's all. Almost the topic will get over by 8:30. Okay. So small break. In the meantime, if you have any questions also, you can put it. So small break, Manishji. I'm sorry. 42. You are right. Manish, break. Okay, welcome back. So, before we get into related party, quickly reacting to some of the comments and questions. Ritesh Jha is absolutely correct. I got the section wrong. Really brilliant, Ritesh Ji, that you remember section numbers. 42 is the correct section for private placement. Anmol Ji is asking this question, whether holding of government company. So that depends, because if holding company of a government company may be a private company, I mean, so may not be a government company, may not, but rarely, invariably, see, think about it. Holding company of a government company, if it is not a government company, then this company will not be a government company. Only if 51% is held by central government and state government, this will become government company. Otherwise, the holding company should be a government company. If it is not a government company, then this fellow is not a government company. You understand? So, don't worry. Most of the time, government company will have either central government, state government, or combination, or it will be a subsidiary of a government company. If the holding company is not a government company, then this will not be a government company. Okay? Logic. Yeah, one public company can only, Swati ji, public company can only list equity share. Private company, only non-convertible debt, that too for rating purpose. It will not be a listed company. Only public company can get its shares, debentures listed. Why? Because private company, by its articles, is prohibiting the offer of shares to the public offer of securities. So it cannot ever. Rare exception is that non-convertible debt, which is also private placement basis, not public offer. Even though the debt is privately placed, it is listed on a stock exchange for rating purposes. Okay. How can we get, you have not answered a single question of mine. Hey, Kuldeep, chances are I might have missed it. So you put one or two questions, now I will answer it. Okay. Maybe I missed the question. Because I tell you, I'm scrolling a lot. I might have missed your question. If it's a very important question, if you want to ask me, please answer it. Please put it again. So Rishi is putting one question 15 times. Can you not put one more time? Please try. Help me. Kuldeep Gupta can put his question one more time. I will answer it. Pooja Yadav is asking, how can we get your notes? Wait till tomorrow or maximum day after tomorrow. I will upload it to the portal. From the portal, you download it. It will be uploaded in the form of a PDF. This notes will be uploaded in the form of a PDF. Okay. Sauvik Chandra, I will answer your question in a different context. Now time is not permitting me. It's a good question, but today's context is very dangerous because already we have issues about language and all. So in another class, I will remember Sauvik Chandra and I will answer. From the eastern region, I have the highest regard for my Bengali friends and I will appreciate you. I'm currently reading a book, Shardendu Chattopadhyaya. It's written in Byomkesh. I'm reading a book, Byomkesh Bakshi. So I'm a great fan of Bengali literature. Definitely, I will answer a question, but aaj to nahi. Okay. If in a small company, someone holds 51% of voting power, why is not allowed to get? I don't know, Vishalji. You have to go and ask the Minister for Company Affairs. Why? How can I answer this question? The minister and the government, the bureaucrats who form the law, you have to go and ask them. You go to Delhi and ask them why you did like this. I'm not able to guess. Again, don't use the word someone. Another company is holding. Someone, no. Another company. Only then it will become a subsidiary. So maybe that's how it is. Okay. Say, Shreya, I already told you, I don't know how to use that board. Okay. One more thing. Already I have put all the points clearly in the PPT. This is a theory subject. So why waste time? Again and again writing. It will take more time. Okay. Maybe some other faculty, especially teaching computational subjects, maybe writing. In my case, my PowerPoint presentations are very, very elaborate. I'm only reading my PowerPoint presentation. Even if I write again, where is the space? No need. Okay. So I will try to underline or something like that. But again, I'm humbly begging you, don't teach me how to teach. If you don't like my teaching, please. This is the best I can do. And please don't waste further time instructing me on what. If some other faculty is doing it and they're good, I'm so happy for them. This is my method. PowerPoint, talking, you listen. If you want, I will use some highlighting. If it will give you some pleasure. Okay, here we go. Are you happy? Wow. Okay, no problem. I'm not very comfortable about that writing thing. So kindly leave me. It's not convertible. Hey, Kuldeep ji, I'm expecting you to Kuldeep Gupta, put your question again. Seriously. Kindly put your question again. I will answer it. If a public company listed its non-convertible securities on a public placement, yeah, if it is listed, see, public company makes a public offer, then only it's listed. Private, no. Private placement, get it listed also? No. Just whenever you are free, I will upload this. After that, you read it fully once. Clearly, you will understand what I am saying. Anything done on private placement basis, which I have clearly highlighted here. See, let me do this. You all like me to do this, na? Let me do this. Private placement basis, then okay. Now we move on to another topic, related party. This term related party, you will come across it only in final. By the time you will forget this definition. So at that time, you will again have to learn this definition. But right now, it is there in the first section, section 2, subsection 76. So we are reading with related party. This will become relevant when you are studying a section called 188 in final, self-paced learning. At that time, this will become relevant. So who is a related party? See, I have highlighted here. Can you see? I have highlighted. See? I can highlight. Wow. Are you able to see? I can highlight it. Now, who is a related party? I'm going to give you nine methods by which two people can be, a person can be related to a company. See, under section 188, later you will see there are certain control on transactions with related parties. Even in your study of accounting and financial reporting, you will come across accounting standard 18, which deals with related party transaction, which is totally different from 188. They are totally different. So, under the Companies Act, certain transactions, certain sales, purchase, etc. between related party, there is a control. So, how to determine whether the other person is a related party? Who is a related party? That is answered by this subsection, 2 subsection 76. How? Company is we are anchoring the company. Any director or his relative or her relative of the company. So, director of the company or his or her relative is automatically a related party. Similarly, any key managerial personnel, KMP, key managerial personnel. Here I am giving you the list of KMPs. Chief Executive Officer, Company Secretary, Whole-Time Director, Chief Financial Officer. Such other officer as may be prescribed, nobody has been prescribed. So as of now, Chief Executive Officer, Company Secretary, Whole-Time Director, CFO, Chief Financial Officer. These are the people who are related. Okay. Another example. A firm in which the director of the company or the manager of the company or his relative is a partner. So there is a firm, this company. You are now always looking at it from the company point of view. You are the auditor of this company. You want to know who are all the related parties. So for that purpose, you are asking, is there any firm? You are calling all the directors, manager and all. First, you have to ask them, Mr. Director, please give me list of relatives. Manager, give me list of relatives. Then, please give me list of companies, firms in which they are partner, etc., member, etc. Then you see, there is a firm in which the director or the manager or the relative is a partner. Then that firm is a related party. So if the company is having any dealings with that firm, it is a related party transaction covered by section 188. Now you might ask me, why should they give all these details? Statutorily, they are bound to give. The law says, if you are a director of a company, you have to give all these details. You are bound to give. You are bound to disclose it. Again, another example. There is a private company in which the director or manager or relative of this company is a member or director. Same. So there is a private company. Then the director or manager is a relative, or his relative is a member or director. No. Kuldeep Gupta is asking, I will immediately answer it. Member or director who is superior in a company? Sir, theoretically, member, because member is the owner. Theoretically, member, because member is the owner. But practically, director, because director can control day-to-day management, which is why there are so many controls on the directors. Are you able to understand? That is why related party transactions are controlled. So director cannot enter into a transaction. See, suppose the MD of the company wants to enter into a contract with this. The company has to enter into a contract with the wife of MD. No. For that, they have to go to the shareholders, members, get their permission. Only then they can do. Are you able to understand? So the control is divided. Directors have a power, but that power is controlled by the members. So this question is very, very difficult to answer. But theoretically, purely from a theoretical angle, member is the owner and member is the superior. Director is employee of the members collectively. So members superior. But 100 times I can show you directors have more ability than members to control the company. But theoretically, members are more powerful than directors. You asked a very, very interesting question, Kuldeep, and I have given you some thing. Okay. Now, Reliance and Jio, I don't know how far, what example, because Reliance is a Reliance Industries Limited. Jio is a division of Reliance Industries Limited. It is not a subsidiary. Reliance Industries Limited has one division called Jio. It is not a subsidiary. That's what you are asking. Okay. Who are covered under relatives? Santanamari. I will answer. Don't worry. It will be answered. That is also definition. Once we finish related party, I will come to relative. Who is a related party? Another method. There is a public company. See, the director or manager of this company is a director of that public company and holds more than 2% of the paid up share capital, whether singly or along with relatives. So that and is very important. Both this person should be a director and should hold more than 2% of the paid up share capital, whether singly or along with relatives. If both the conditions are satisfied, then that public company becomes a related party. Okay. I will explain relative. Just give me little time. I will explain relativity. Another example. This company is there, na? It has a director or manager. That director or manager is acting according to the advice or directions or instructions, okay, of the board of director or MD or manager, okay, then automatically, see, this director is giving advice to the board of directors, MD or manager of a body corporate. Please note, there is no direct link. This director or manager is not a director here, he is not a member, nothing. But the board of directors, MD or manager, is accustomed to act in accordance with the advice or directions or instructions given by the director or manager. So, in other words, what does that mean? That BOD, MD or manager is not independent. They are just dummies, possibly employees of this fellow. So, they are simply doing what he says. He is controlling them by giving advice, directions and all. So, this body corporate is basically a sham, only created for the purpose of creating distance between the director and the entity. So they've created a distance. Now this company and body corporate are going to have some sort of a relationship. See, you want me to write now? See, I'm writing. I'm really great. I'm writing. So this company and body corporate are having some relationship. Means maybe the company is buying from that body corporate or whatever. Obviously, the price at which the transaction is happening is not good for the company. So there is some problem in that transaction. That is why they want to control it. So how do they saying? So this is very difficult to find out. How to find out, yeah? So what will happen is, suppose one of the directors of this company will file a complaint with the central government. Then central government will do investigation. At that time, they'll investigate this body corporate and they will ask, who are the board of directors? What is your qualification? How much you invested in the company? They keep on grilling those fellows. Finally, they will vomit. They will say, sorry, sir, we are not having any power. Everything is controlled by Mr. M. Who is M? M is a director of this company. That is how the connection will be made. This is done only through investigation. Normally, we can never know. See, these things all we can know by record. Whereas here, on the record, nothing will be there. This fellow will only phone call and tell them, no, or message them. How to find out? Only when there is a complaint, it will come. Okay. If board of directors is dummy, who has the ultimate power? Look at the blue arrow. Who has the ultimate power? This guy is having the ultimate power. Who is he? He's a director here. This means what? He is controlling this company. It's a dummy sham company only for creating a letterhead and for creating a identity. Okay. Another example. One thing they say, where the advice given is in the form of professional advice, there is no need for any, this section won't apply. For example, the director is an advocate, let us say. As an advocate, he is giving them some advice. That is okay. But other than professional capacity is giving advice and they are following, then this body corporate becomes a related party. Okay. Now, there is a company. This company, it has a director or manager. Now there is a person, any person, unconnected fellow. He is giving advice to the director or manager or instructions. Then automatically this person will become a related party. Meaning these director or manager of this company are dummies. Really, who is controlling this company? This fellow. This topic is a very advanced topic. That is why this will come only in final. To understand this, you have to understand many other topics. But here the definition alone is given. So the real thing is how to find out. That will be coming out only during investigation. At the time of investigation only, this relationship will come out. When, they will keep on grilling these people. At one point, they will break and they will reveal the identity of this person. Especially, see, politicians like that, who don't want their name to be known. They will create a dummy company. They will do, the directors and all will be their chamchas. Then they will control it. Then there might be some problem. At that time only this whole thing will start. So this man will become a related. So here again, when this person is only giving professional or advice in the form of advocate or chartered accountant, don't worry. It's a very simple diagram. Look at the company, then see. Subsidiary company, related party. Holding company, related party. Co-subsidiary, that means what? Another subsidiary of the same holding company. This holding company is having one subsidiary, which is our company. Another subsidiary is also there, co-subsidiary. That co-subsidiary is also a related party. Similarly, any director, KMP, or relative of the holding company. Director, KMP, or relative of the holding company. That these people are also related parties. Associated company, remember the direction? This company, our company is having 20% interest in this company, at least 20%. Then this associated company or a joint venture company, that also becomes thing. Also, please note here, see, A Limited and X Limited together form a joint venture. That joint venture company is an associated company. Now, the joint venture partner, he is also a related party. Are you able to understand? A Limited and X Limited together form a new company, AX Limited. Joint venture. That joint venture company is an associated company. No problem. X Limited is a joint venture partner, really. Joint venture JV partner. That JV partner also is a related party. Are you able to understand? So, all these are only this one subsection alone, this one subclass alone will not apply for. See, normally when we say 2, that is section. 76, that is subsection. Below subsection, when we come now, it is called clause. It's called clause. I already told you yesterday, the other class. So this is not called subsection. This is called, it is wrong to say subclass, subclass. Subsection, subsection. You should say subsection, clause 8. Clause 8 alone, for the purpose of clause 8 alone, section 188 will not apply to a private company. So if this company is a private company, if this guy is a private company, then this section 188 will not apply to these people. Only exception, and that too only for this one single class. So many of you are telling, no, I should write. I hope you are all happy now. Can a CA become a related party? Provided, you mean the auditor. Can an auditor be a related party? No. Because he is not coming here now in which category he will come. He is not coming in the definition. Auditor is not relevant. But then, hello, remember, auditor is governed by a huge code of conduct. When we come to auditor, you will see, you are not allowed to take anything from your company. There, you will become disqualified. If you buy goods, if you sell goods, anything you do, you will become disqualified. So, be careful. So, there already we have a lot of control there. Don't worry. Okay? Don't worry about that. Lastly, such other person as may be prescribed. They are prescribed a director other than independent director or KMP of the holding company. This is what I have included here. Got it? That's what I have included here. That 9th wala only I have included here. Okay, this is prescribed. It's not in the section. It is prescribed in the rule. A director other than independent director. Independent directors will not become related party. Why? Because already they are having no relationship. Only then they can become independent. When you come to final, you read independent director, there is about 7 conditions are there. If they satisfy all the 7 conditions, no way they will become related party. Even if 1 paisa they take, they will become related and they will lose their independence. So that is why they are saying independent director exempted. A director other than independent director or KMP of the holding company or his relative. This is what I have covered here in this blue, Hannah. This blue I have covered now. This is this. Okay. So related party definition seen. Now you wanted now relatives. KMP I will tell you, don't worry. In another 5 minutes before I close the class, you will know who is KMP. Don't worry. If A is related, no. Kuldip, no, don't go there. No chain relationship. No. Strictly you have to go by this definition. There is no such condition. If A is related to B, B is related to A is related to no. Have you heard me, Kuldip? Please, hey, one more request. Wherever I am answering a question to your satisfaction, see, there are some people who are not satisfied with me, that is okay. But if any of you feels, hey, Srikanth answered my question, I understood. Please put it here, I have understood, or I agree, or I okay, so that I will know that you have understood. See, in a real class, by seeing your face, I will know. But in online, your face I cannot see. So if you confirm, it will be. So Kuldip ji, please confirm that you have understood my point. No chain relationship, no. Okay. Clauses are independent and subsection is dependent. Maybe. Divya Kumari, I will answer one question you asked earlier. In my name, yes, Srikanth is there. What is yes? Yes is, unfortunately, come from a state called Tamil Nadu where we don't have surnames. I said unfortunately, not because I'm a Tamilian, but because in Tamil Nadu, we have this great problem. We don't have, like you are having Devendra Singh, like that, Rahul Sharma, like that. We don't have surname. Instead, we use our father's name. So, yes is my father's name, Sridharan. My father's name is PV Sridharan. That is, his native place is Palasur. My grandfather is Venkatesan Sridharan. My name is Sridharan Srikanth. I have removed Palasur, my native place, from my name. Many people from Andhra will have family name. Keralites will have Tharwad. The Tharwad name will be there. But most, beyond Vijayawada, most people will have surname like Singh or whatever, like that. KMP means key managerial personnel. Key managerial personnel. Okay. Key managerial personnel. KMP means key managerial personnel. Who are the KMPs? We will see very shortly. Before that, we will talk about relatives. Okay. Can government be a related party? No. Government cannot be a related party. Moreover, 188 is exempted for government companies. Straight away. Don't worry about that. So government cannot be. The idea of related party is where there is a suspicion that the transaction is not beneficial to the company. there is a suspicion that the company is losing money. In government company, the controls are tremendous. Everything has to be quotation. So, you know that if you audited a government company, you will understand. It's very difficult to. Okay. Now relatives. So, please note, Companies Act defines the word relative. Companies Act defines the word relative. The word relative is not given the normal meaning. The word relative is wide term. It can include so many things. But under the Companies Act, very clearly they say members of into undivided family related to each other. Means co-partners. They have common lineage. Husband and wife related, unfortunately. And then as may be prescribed. They have prescribed certain relations. Rule 4. Other than that, no relative. Okay. So, who are relatives under the Companies Act? Friends, repeating, under the Companies Act, members of into undivided family are related. Husband and wife related. Wife is related to husband, husband is related to wife. Other than that, taking an individual into account, only these are the relatives. Who are they? Father, mother. So, one level above. Without father, mother, I cannot be born. Father, mother. Then both sides. Brother, sister. Okay. Bratha. Okay. Sister. So, these two are there. Okay. Then, son, daughter. Definitely. Once you get married, you might ask me, sir, where is the wife? You don't ask, yeah, wife is already here. Without wife, how you can produce son and daughter? So, son and daughter. Now, the son and daughter has to get married now. See, my daughter is there. She is married. So, daughter's husband. I also have a granddaughter, but not covered here. Daughter's daughter, daughter's son, not covered. Okay, my granddaughter is not my relative. Okay, so daughter's husband, son-in-law. Similarly, son, son's wife. My son is an advocate, he yet to get married. But when she marries, son's wife. Okay, so these are relative. Other than that, no relative. Notable absentees. All the in-laws are outlaws. All the in-laws are outlaws. Father-in-law, mother-in-law, brother-in-law. Both the brother-in-law is not there. Am I correct? Sister's husband also not there. Wife's brother also not there. Baba also is not there. Alludu, nobody. Alludu is there. There is the daughter's husband is there. Okay. Again, notice one thing. For me, my son-in-law is a relative. For me, my daughter's husband is a relative. But for him, I'm not a relative. Father-in-law is not a relative. So when I got married in 1991, I called my father-in-law. At that time, schedule 1A, not rule 4. So I took the Companies Act book to his house, opened it and said, relative definition. See, he's a government, he was a police officer. So I said, you are a government servant? No, yes. See, government has told, who are all relative? My name is father-in-law. You are not my relative. Go, like that. I told him. Okay. So, father-in-law, not a relative. Siblings, spouse and children, parents. Parents, siblings, spouse and children, children's spouses. Okay. That's all. You are clear? Just photographically remember this chart. In the exam, you will never have to. Be careful. In the exam, if they say brother-in-law, be alerted. Brother-in-law is not a relative. Whichever brother-in-law, Baba, wife's brother is also not related. Sister's husband also not related. Similarly, sister-in-law, meaning brother's wife, am I correct? Wife's sister, not related. Our husband's sister, not related. What a great relief, na? Wow. Because I'm a teacher of company law, all my in-laws are outlaws. Also, father includes stepfather, mother includes stepmother, son includes stepson, brother and sister includes stepbrother and stepsister. How about stepdaughter? Not there. I don't know why. Okay. Key managerial personnel. I'm going to tell. Now, key managerial personnel means only these fellows. Yeah, we already saw, na? Chief Executive Officer, Company Secretary, whole-time director. Means whole-time director again means a person who is engaged in the day-to-day management of the company. Opposite of whole-time director is part-time director, who is not involved in the day-to-day management. Also known as non-executive director. Okay. All this is not relevant from you, from your syllabus point of view. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. Such other officer, not more than one level below CFO, Chief Financial Officer, one level below the directors, who is in whole-time employment, designated as KMP. See, for example, a company may have somebody called manager finance or factory manager. Now, that person, he is not a director, but he is reporting to the directors. He is one level below the directors. Are you able to understand? So he every month he goes to the board meeting. When the directors are meeting, they make him wait outside. Then when the agenda is taken up, a review of operations of the company, they'll say, hey, call the factory manager. So the factory manager will come in. Mr. Factory Manager, please present your report. So such a person who he's an officer, means he's a senior employee of the company, but he is one level below the directors. He is in the whole-time employment. He need not be a director. If he is a director, automatically he'll be covered here. He's not a director. He is an employee, but he is one level below the board. He is designated as a KMP. For example, the factory manager may be designated because he is the occupier of the factory. So they will designate him as a KMP. Boss, becoming KMP is not a great joy. Many company secretaries, they think it's a great joy. You'll be seeing in the remaining portions of this topic, whenever they are going to give punishment, they will punish KMP. Officer in default includes KMP. Such other officer as may be prescribed. No other officer has been prescribed. Have you understood the fifth point? He is an employee, one level below, very important senior employee, one level below, designated as KMP. CEO means an officer who has been designated. So his appointment letter should say CEO and his appointment should be by the board. CFO also same thing. The designation should be CFO. Board of Directors is the collective name for the board, right? Board means Board of Directors, board. Collective. One single director, director. Board of Directors, collective. Collective name for directors. Just like, one lion, lion. Group of lions, pride of lions. Like that, you have collective nouns, na? Like that, board is the collective noun for directors. Director means a director appointed to the board of a company. Okay. These definitions. Manager. See, manager is, the idea of manager is to fix responsibility on an individual who is not a director, but he is having substantial power. He has been given substantial power to run the company, to manage the affairs of the company, but he is not a director. If such a person having control of substantially the whole of the affairs of the company is called a manager, and many responsibilities are there on him, many punishments are there for him. The idea of defining manager is to ensure that suppose somebody is not a director, but they are given substantial power to manage the affairs. Such a person will become responsible. So, therefore, managing director means a director who, by virtue of the articles, has substantial powers of management. That is, whole-time directors are there. They are engaged in the day-to-day management. Amongst them, one fellow has been given substantial powers of management. He can take many decisions, hire, fire, buy assets, everything. Such a person is called managing director. So, substantial powers of management, which could be by virtue of an agreement or by a resolution passed in general meeting or board meeting. Whatever. We are giving that person substantial powers. Okay. Officer includes any director, manager, or key managerial personnel, or any person in accordance with whose directions or instructions the board of directors is accustomed to act. Officer is a very wide term. Director, manager, or KMP. So the word officer includes KMP. Please remember, the word officer includes KMP. Why I am telling this? Officer who is in default. Means, for the purpose of any provision of this act, where we say officer of the company who is in default, okay, that officer in default will be liable to punishment, penalty, or imprisonment, etc. Who are they? They are any person who is liable to pay penalty. Officer includes director, manager, KMP, or any person in accordance with the instructions board is acting. Officer in default means who is committed an offense under the Companies Act and is liable to pay penalty or punishment. That is why When company secretaries are very, very happy, they were singing and dancing, saying, we are no KMP, we are no KMP. I said, hey, Baba, you are no KMP means what? You will become officer in default, yeah. Okay, you will become officer in default. In case there is any offense, you will be an officer in default. Okay, I don't know what joy is there in that. Remuneration means any money or its equivalent given or passed to any person for services rendered by him and includes perquisites. So remuneration is a wide term. Any money or its equivalent, it could be kind also, given or passed to any person for services rendered by him. Please note, remuneration is not only salary. Even consulting fee is remuneration. Director's fee, remuneration. Everything is remuneration, provided it is given or passed for services rendered by him. It includes perquisites as defined under the Income Tax Act. Okay. So, directors are KMP. Pakka. If you are a director, straight away KMP. Gone. Later on, when we come to the law, there will be so many penalties. Everywhere you will see the company and every officer in default, every officer in default. The minute you see officer in default, remember, it includes all these buggers. Director, manager, KMP, everybody. KMP again includes CEO, CFO, company secretary. Okay, everybody. So becoming KMP is not a great joy. Huh? Okay, somebody asked me what is the turnover and I gave my definition at that time. Let us see if it tallies with what it says in the Act. Turnover means the gross amount of revenue recognized in the P&L account. Agreed. I told you, it's the top line. From the sale, supply of distribution of goods or on account of services. This is what I told you. In fact, I will answer one more question. Do we have to by heart all these definitions? And Mary, did I by heart? Do you remember what I told you? Turnover means the gross amount realized by the provision, sale, supply of any goods or services. No problem. So long as generally the meaning you got it. No problem. Okay. Because our exam is not an exam testing your memory. Our exam is an exam testing your analytical skills. So they are expecting you to know the section's intricacy so that you will know what is applicable, what is not applicable. Usually they will ask you problem question. MCQ will be there, not fully. Your entire paper is not MCQ. There may be 5 or 6 MCQ questions. Then descriptive also will be there. Both mix will be there. If you have a doubt, please buy the suggested answers. The guideline answers are given available. Please buy them. The past question papers are there. Scanner is there. Go through it. There you will clearly see the pattern of the question. Okay. Chairman and MD, no. Chairman is defined separately, sir. That you will study when you come to final. At this stage, don't worry about chairman. Tribunal, I already told you, there is something called the National Company Law Tribunal. Means, in case there is any dispute under the Companies Act or any approvals to be given, that will be given by this body called tribunal. Yeah. If MCQ is also there. Okay, 30 MCQs are also there. Good. So, great. In spite of all these, so many questions, today we could complete the topic well within the duration. So, both MCQ will be there as well as descriptive will be there. It doesn't matter. If you have knowledge, you can answer both MCQ as well as descriptive. It will not be entirely MCQ, it will not be entirely descriptive. It will be a mix of MCQ and descriptive. Okay. There is no need to by heart. Can CA become an officer of a company? No, sir. How can you? CA means in employment, yes. If you join a company, you can become CFO. You will become officer only. No? You can become. Somebody was also asking, no, dependents and all, don't get confused, Rahulji. Dependent, non-dependent and all. Brother, sister, relative. Don't worry about dependent and all that, please. No such word is used here. Don't worry. How to join articleship in your firm? Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Let me, this is the offline. You do one thing. You go to LinkedIn, find out my contact number, send a message through LinkedIn. I will reply to you. Okay, that is the easier method of doing it. Okay. Then out of topic now, very, very out of topic. What is SDD? See, SDD is the rule. This rules, I'll tell you. One second. Just give me 1 minute. See, 1 second. See, the rules are there now. These rules are called the company's specification of definition details rules. So SDD is specification of definitions details. So sometimes instead of writing specification of definition details, I would have put SDD. SDD means specification of definitions details rules. We saw now the rules are there. Rules you need not know. Okay. Then can a CA become an officer? Yes, I have answered. All subsection. Boss, no need, ma. Even if you don't remember sections, it's okay. Even if you don't remember section numbers, it's okay. See, many of you are wanting a summary and all that. The nature of this topic is such that it is a diverse topic, preliminary. So here summarizing is again to take only. Instead, from the next class onwards, inshallah, if I'm taking the next topic, I will summarize the topic. Definitely. At the end of the day, end of the session, 5 to 10 minutes, I will summarize. WEF means with effect from. Here you might have seen it. Am I correct? You might have seen it here. With effect from. This means 4 crores with effect from. WEF. These are all standard abbreviations. It's good if you remember. Similarly, WRT with respect to. Okay. In small company, I'm confused. Don't be. You have to check 4 crore. You have to check 4 crores and 40 crores. Okay, sir? Now confusion is gone. 40 crore, 4 crore. Can you remember? 40 crore, 4 crore. That's all. Check only for 40 and 4. Your doubt is cleared? 2 crore, ignore. 50 lakh, ignore. 40 crore, 4 crore. Okay, sir? Turnover should not be more than 40 crores. Paid up share capital, not more than 4 crore. No more doubt now. Don't have doubt. 2 crore, 50 lakhs, null. Ignore. Thank you for saying amazing session. Thank you. Notes will be provided. Trust me. I will give the notes. Without giving notes, I will not run away. Don't worry. Adopted son will be, don't ask related party, relative. Yeah. Adopted son is a son. Don't say adopted son. Under the Hindu Succession Act, if a boy is adopted by a father, automatically that boy is my son. It is not a stepson. He is my son. He is eligible to do karma for me. In Hinduism, we adopt not for any other purpose, but because every Hindu should have somebody performing the rites for him. For that, we adopt. So that boy is my son. Under the Hindu inheritance law, he is my son. Even and I think under the Christian and Islamic law also, adopted son is a son. You shouldn't say adopted. It's a son. Okay. Whereas stepson is different. I married a lady who already has a son. That person becomes my stepson. Okay, he is not my son. Somebody else's son, my stepson. See, any subject, if you think clearly with the brain, it will be very clear. It is only when the brain clarity is not there. That's why today's class, I will end with this suggestion. Always be calm. Surrender your ego. Surrender your ego. Automatically clarity will come. It is only the ego that comes and makes all sorts of noise in your head, saying, this is that is this, like that. Okay? Surrender your ego. Automatically, you're asking somebody how to get 4 rank, 5 ranks. First step, not intelligence, not even hard work. Surrender your ego. And suddenly with a clear mind, devoid of ego, you will be able to understand everything. Everything will become clear to you. Guru's words will be having meaning to you only then. To a confused mind, even the best guru cannot teach. To a clear mind, even a fool like me can teach. And that clear mind will learn. Even an incompetent teacher like me can educate a clear-minded person. But even the greatest teacher cannot educate a confused person. You understand? So the secret is not in the teacher, but in the student. How clear is the student? How open-minded is he to take the knowledge? That is what determines a good student, irrespective of the teacher. Don't blame the teacher. Whenever a teacher taught me, I never blamed the teacher if I did not understand. Maybe my way of, see, there are teachers who taught mathematics who taught so fast. There are first row, three rows, people will understand. This idiot did not understand. Whose fault is that? It is not the teacher's fault. It is this idiot's fault. So then I have to do one thing. I have to learn more. Or else, what to do? I have to. That teacher is not for me. That's all. What do you say? Like that. Anyway, thank you very much for your wonderful cooperation and support. If a company hires a consultancy firm, no, madam. If a company hires a no, sir. If a company hires a consultancy firm, it will not become related party. But that consultancy firm, if it has a director as a partner, it will become a related party. Are you able to understand? You are hiring a consultancy firm now for rendering a service, right? Now, suppose one of the partners of that firm is a director. Let us say that in that consultancy firm, one of your directors is a partner, or wife of your director is a partner. Then that consultancy firm will become a related party. So if you want to give a contract to that firm, you have to get approval of shareholders. Got it? Merely if I hire somebody, that person will not become related. Before I hire, I have to find out, is he related? Is there any connection? For that, these 9 subclauses are there. Can a member of a holding company cast a vote in subsidiary company? No, no, no. The holding company is the shareholder. Now, that holding company only can attend and vote. No member of the holding company can attend the meeting of the subsidiary company. Good question. Yes, thank you, Kaklod Raji, for giving me the suggestion. I don't like theory much, but thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Every subject is good, sir. Computational subject also can become boring. Theory can also become interesting. Depends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I wish you all the very best and look forward, inshallah, Bhagavad Chittam. Bye. I will interact with all of you again. Till then, stay safe, keep good. Bye.